Welcome back to EVELYN Preer. If you listened to her sing Make Me Know It in part 2, you would have noticed the sheer power that she possessed in her voice and the emotion she conveyed while singing. It is no wonder that it is a part of it. Her singing voice is what attracted the show to her in the first place. I will also post some links to YouTube videos that contain EVELYN singing in my YouTube description, along with these songs of hers that are featured and able to stream. I'm not even sure what you call it, but her songs that are on Spotify and Apple Music. By 1923, EVELYN was done with the movie industry and concentrated on stage work with the Lafayette Players and on her singing career. She toured with the Players until she became pregnant with her daughter, Dr. Francesca Thompson, who was born in 1932 and is still with us. Unfortunately, when Dr. Thompson was just 7 months old, EVELYN developed double pneumonia and in only 3 days slipped into a coma and was gone. She was only 36 years old. EVELYN's early and sudden death was a tragedy. We will never know what amazingly brave projects she would have been working on next and how far she could have gone to continue to break down the wall of segregation in the entertainment industry. I can only assume that she would have kept working with her peers to ensure that African American actors had the same rights and opportunities as their white counterparts. Dr. Thompson, a nun and retired Fordham University professor, has strove to keep her mother's memory alive and has done so successfully. I highly recommend checking out her 2022 interview in which she talks about her mother in the Jackson Advocate online. So we are left with the question, why did EVELYN Preer's stardom and the Talkies not stick? I think we can safely answer that question. EVELYN refused to put up with the demeaning roles that were being offered to her and the racism that she continuously encountered both in the theater and the film industries. She bravely stood up for herself and her community and refused to conform and be something that she was not. She spoke loudly and strongly against the injustices that African Americans were facing both in and outside the entertainment industry. In addition to being one of the most talented actresses I've had the pleasure to see act in a film, she was a true hero and trailblazer that everyone should know about. Thank you, EVELYN, for your talent, your bravery, and your refusal to accept the racism and injustices that you encountered. The world was lucky to have you for a brief time and even more lucky to have the legacy of the work and activism that you left behind. I can only hope more of her films are recovered in the years to come. Thank you for joining me this evening and appreciating EVELYN Preer. Next week, stay tuned as I investigate the career of John Gilbert, one of the hugest stars of the silent film era, who had a legendary crash and burn when the Talkies arrived in the 1930s. But was everything about his failures in the Talkies what it seemed to be? Stay tuned as I investigate. Again, thank you for joining me this evening, and thank you for appreciating EVELYN Preer. Please, please, please see Within Our Gates. You will never forget it. Again, I'm Charlie. Have a great night.